Yeah, it is started. Yes, Srini, can I start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. So here we have people in offline as well online, right? So myself, Shashidharan. Okay, I'm a working professional. I have 11 years of experience into IT, 6+ years of experience into the DevOps automation. Okay, in a DevOps, I work to the automation actually. Okay, yes, I crossed through DevOps, manual, UI, whatever is there. Now I am working as a automation engineer. Okay, so currently I'm working for Epsilon India Private Limited. Okay, one of the product-based organization working as a like automation means entirely into architecting and automation part. Okay, architecting and automation. So I hope you know what is architecting and automation. That entire end-to-end project, infra build to their application deployment and management, everything we used to architect, and we used to do like whatever the automation is required, whatever customer is looking for. Okay, I used to do the automations and all. Not only me, we have a very big team for that. We have 27+ projects in that automation. Okay, so we used to do the automations and all. So actually in DevOps, what we are going to do, obviously it is going to be a automation only, right? So DevOps profile, why it is available means it is for the automation that only we are going to learn. Okay, let's see what we are going to do in our classes. Okay, so before going into the topic, what is DevOps? We need to understand, right? What is DevOps? So DevOps is the concept, or we can call it as a theory, okay? Or it is a some agile methodology also we can call. We can call it as a one of the part in agile methodology. It is not a technology. Actually, it is not a technology. DevOps is one of the concept that the DevOps engineer have to have a knowledge on a development side as well operational side. Means you are not going to be a developer, you are not going to be an operational guy. You should have a knowledge on a development as well. You should have a knowledge on a operational side, but you won't be a developer and you are not going to be a operational. In between this, you will be working as a automation engineer. Automation means, so in a developer job, what we will be doing, we will be reducing the developer's job. We are going to take some part from developer and we are going to use some tools and we are going to automate. That is one part. And meanwhile, the operational guys, what they used to do, we are going to grab some collection of works, and by using some tools, what we are going to do, we are going to do the automation. That is about DevOps. Many people, they used to say DevOps means DevOps, development and then operation. It is not like that actually. Okay, so operational guys, who is the operational guys? Who used to take care of the infrastructure? Operating systems will be there, the hardwares will be there, or cloud infrastructure will be there, whatever. They used to take care of that infrastructure. They are the operational guys. There are different operational teams will be there. Middleware
Your
team.
voice is
Yeah, tell me. Hello. Yes, whoever connected in online, everyone able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. So what operational guys, different type of operationals are there. Middleware team will be there, who used to take care of middleware services. Yes, so there are some middleware tools are there. Tomcat is there, Nginx is there, JBoss is there, WebSphere is there. Like that, different type of middleware operations are available. So there will be a middleware teams. They used to take care of all these middleware tools. Then there will be application team. They used to take care of application deployment and management. Then who is there? Infra. When it is coming into the infra, Linux, cloud, or physical infrastructure, whatever is there, it will be taken care by the infra people, right? Mostly infra people will do multiple jobs. Even I am from an infra background only. I started my career in a Linux platform, then into the cloud, then into the DevOps automation. Okay. Most of the DevOps engineer, if you see, they are from the infra background, because the infra people already they can understand what is the life cycle of development and what is the life cycle of operation. Yes. So that is the reason in our course content also how we have created means we started from Linux, then infrastructure, then DevOps. That is how our course content is created. Why means first you need to understand in the infra what is very important means this Linux management or Windows management, but most of the devices running on a Linux platform. In current world, if you see, nearly 80% of devices running on a Linux platform only. Whatever you see, infotainment clusters, whatever in cars, IoT devices, whatever we are using, mobile, Android, or iOS, all comes under Unix or Linux platform only. Linux servers, most of the applications run on a Linux platforms only. Yeah. Yeah, like all the Linux platforms will use the same kernels only. Okay, kernel is developed by one person. Okay, then he published it as a general public license. Then we are utilizing based on every providers what they are doing based on their requirement. They'll be modifying the kernel and they are publishing it for the open source only. They no one can own that operating system. Even you can download the source codes of Linux. You can implement your own ideas. Then you can also publish, but you need to publish it as an open source. Okay. Okay. That and all, when we are coming into the Linux, we can discuss. So our course content, what it is saying means, first we will be giving idea about the operating system. We will make you to understand what is operating system. What is operating system? What purpose we are using, where we are going to use it, how it is useful in a DevOps platform. If you are getting that understanding, you will be in a first step actually. Because DevOps says that continuous integration and continuous delivery, what we are going to deliver, continuous, what we are going to continuously integrate, what we are going to deliver. That is continuous integration on an application, continuous deployment on an application. That is the DevOps. That is the DevOps. In that, some other automations will come. DevOps focuses or what the value we are going to give to the customer is about continuous integration on a application side. That means one project is given to me. Me means like to my organization. What customer will expect from us? Continuously, they need to get updates. Continuously, we need to go and get the updates from them also. That means product updates we need to get from them. We need to implement it and we need to deliver it on a right time. That how we can achieve it means through the DevOps we can achieve. Because DevOps methodology or in Agile, the methodology says that continuous integration and continuous delivery in a cycle. There is a life cycles. By using that life cycles, what we are going to do continuously, we are going to give a delivery to the customer based on their requirement. Okay, so detailedly we can see that. So what we are going to deploy? Application. May it is into the dev or may it is into the QA, may it is into the production. Yes, continuously we are going to deliver it. For that, some configuration changes, deployments, port changes, or automation, whatever is required, we are going to do it. Okay, so where we are going to do this? On a OS only. On top of the OS only. On top of the operating system, some middleware services will be running. Some middleware service going to run. It can be Tomcat, it can be JBoss, it can be WebSphere. All the middleware service will work as the same. The final focus is to deliver the application. You are seeing Flipkart. Yes. Through the online, we are able to access. Amazon, through the online, we are able to access. If I want to deliver it, yes, if I want to deliver those kind of applications, I need a middleware services. That the middleware services about Tomcat or whatever I say. So where it can be hosted means it can be hosted on a operating system only. Without operating system, it is not possible. Okay, nowadays we have a serverless concept and all. Again, serverless concept is for us, it is a serverless concept, but in a back end, cloud providers used to manage that web services. We are saying that if I'm using a cloud, AWS cloud, in a AWS cloud, we have a platform as a service. So I can utilize that platform. So I will be considering it as a serverless because I am not going to manage anything. Amazon will take care. But again, in a backend, what Amazon is doing, they used to manage that web service only. They are going to manage that web service only. So at the last, what is happening? Some operating system is required. Top of that, some web services are required to host our application. So what we need to do, we need to have a better understanding about the operating system. Okay. So our course content says, what is Linux? How to utilize the Linux, how to host the web services. One of the Java based application, if I want to host, what the web service is required, PHP or some HTML or content. Okay, if those kind of content I want to host, then what web service is required? Okay, maybe we can use Nginx, maybe we can use Apache web services to host the PHP or HTML content and all. So we will be looking, like while we are learning about the Linux itself, we will be learning the web services also. We are going to learn the web services. So here what will happen? You will be getting a better idea on the operation. You'll be getting a better idea on the operation. So that is about Linux management, and then infra management is about operation. So in the operation, first part is about learning about the Linux. That is the content we are going to look into. Okay. So what is Linux? Right? It is an operating system. Okay, Linux is an operating system. Linux is a Unix like open source compute operating system. Unix based operating system it is. Yes. So idea came from Unix only. Who developed Linux? Linus Torvald developed the Linux operating system. Okay. When he was a student, okay, he started like he was thinking that all the Unix operating system is hardware dependent. He was thinking that he want to create a multi-hardware platform supported operating system in a Unix like. What he was thinking? Okay, Unix platforms are hardware dependent, but I want to create the operating system which will support multi-hardware platform in a Unix base. In that time, there is no operating system in a Unix base will run on multiple hardware platform. AX will run on only IBM hardware. HP Unix will run on HP hardware. Solaris will run on only Solaris hardware. Yeah, Linux in any hardware platform you can install. Okay, that is the advantage of Linux. Okay, so what is the advantage with Linux means? It is very lightweight actually. Linux operating system is lightweight. Lightweight comparing to other operating like Windows and all. If you take it, have a UI and operations and all. Okay, in the UI itself, it is like it will utilize more resources to run. You know that Windows operating system you want to install, the minimum requirement itself nowadays 4 GB RAM. Yes. And then we need at least 30 GB disk to run our Windows operating system. But when you come for the Linux, what will happen? You can run with minimum 5 GB disk is more than enough. One core CPU is more than enough. 1 GB RAM is more than enough. So it is very lightweight. It will support multi-hardware platform. It is going to support multi-hardware platform. And multitasking also we can do. By using a Linux, simultaneously multiple user can log in remotely and they can perform the multitasking in a Linux or operating system. That is also one of the advantage. You can host applications, you can run software services, platform services. In an infrastructure, Linux is one of the important software. Okay, even Linux is nothing but it is a software which is used to manage the hardware platforms. If you have a hardware without operating system, it is not going to be used. That hardware is waste only. So if I want to utilize the hardware, what is required here? The operating system is required. So we are going to learn about the Linux. That too, we will be learning about the Red Hat Linux platform. We are going to learn about the Red Hat Linux platform. Like the content, what we are going to learn is Red Hat Certified Engineer course. We'll be running. Yes, almost Red Hat 7, Red Hat 8, almost same only. There is no big difference and all. Only the package management, they make changes. Okay. So RHC, Red Hat Certified Engineer. Okay. That is the course content we are going to learn in Linux. Clear? Yes, Red Hat Linux. No, RHC, then RHCSA. Okay. As a DevOps engineer, you know to be a system administrator. The next level, if you are going to be a operating system administrator, then you need to go for that RHSA. Okay, Red Hat System Administration. Okay, that is the advanced course who used to learn about configuration managements and all. Okay, that configuration managements are different. That NFS configuration management, ISCSI, and the Samba, and different VSFTPD like that. The backend operations they'll be learning. Yes, that and all, like system administration course. As a DevOps engineer, we need a knowledge on a day-to-day operations. We should have a knowledge on the how to utilize the Linux operating system, what all the day-to-day operations we need to do. That is how to move the files, how to copy the files, how to create the files, how to manage the files, then permission management, user management, ownership management. Okay, then about how to compress the files, how to decompress the files. Okay, like that different operations are there. Okay, that will be like performance monitoring, because we are going to host application, we need to know that how to look into the performance of our application. Like, is it utilizing more resources? Why it is utilizing more resources? If we need to identify, so we should have a knowledge on the performance monitoring. Okay, that is the part we are going to look into. Okay, so I have listed Linux topics which we use in our course is Linux commands, process and performance management, log management, finding issues on system related failures, configure and management, app hosting, patch management, and then network configuration for high availability. So these are all the operations we are going to do. In this itself, advanced level is there. That high availability and all, who will take care? Linux administrators will take care. Why we include this content means, let's say you are working in a Linux operating system. You have hosted the application. Due to some network issue, suddenly your application is not connecting. What should be there? High availability have to be there. Network high availability, at least if it is there, what will happen? Continuously we will get the connections. Okay, that how we can achieve the high availability. Okay, network level high availability, how we can achieve. Patch management is nothing but every time we can't go and ask Linux teams to go and do this package update, or this is the like something, the software have to be installed. If we have an idea what we can do, we can install it, right? Whatever the requirement. Okay, production environment, they won't allow us to touch. Yes, at least in a dev and QA environment, whatever the requirement is there, we can install, we can take the list. On a production, when we are going for the application deployment, we can say to the team that, okay, we have tested already. These are all the packages are required. These are all the softwares are required. You install it. If we have a knowledge, it is better actually. If we have a knowledge, it is better, right? Yes or no? So we will be in to in, like whatever the issue is coming, we can identify easily. We can identify log management. Why we need to know the log management means, like whatever the issue is going to happen, it will be written in the log only. If you are a good reader, if you are a good log reader, then you are a good administrator. So guys, please be in mute, please. Yes, if you able to hmm, app hosting, any kind of application we can host. Java based application, PHP based application, or Python based application, anything we can host. We can select some open source application and we can host. Okay, we have some open source applications and all real time which is used. Okay, we can host that application and we can see how Java based how we need to host, and then like PHP based how we need to host. Okay, everything we can see. Log management, it is one of the important thing, because if you able to read the logs, then you are a good administrator actually, because most of the issues will be resolved through the logs only. Okay, so very good quality about the Linux administrators are logs, who can read a log properly. Most of the Linux administrator will fail because they won't read the logs. Ideally they will go for L3, but they can fix, even L1 can fix it. Yes, but they will go to the L3 only. Any issue, yes, take to L2 or L3. Okay, it should not happen. L1 is the basic level teams. Okay, like initially when you are a fresher, you will be a L1 only. Okay, then you will promote it to the L2, then you will be L3. L3 is the top level, then L4 also is there. Some of the organization, there won't be any L4, SMEs will be there. Okay, like that hierarchy is there. Okay, that and all now you no need to worry. Okay, so when you are going as a fresher, you will be a L1 engineer. Okay, so these are all the topics we are going to look into. Then we will be jumping into the cloud computing. Okay, once our Linux part is completed, then we will go for the cloud computing. Okay, what is this cloud computing? Yes. Okay, that what we are going to do, you are saying. What is cloud computing? Okay, so yes, actually, whatever we do in on-premises or in a traditional data centers, if we able to do through the internet in others premises, then it is comes under the cloud computing. Guys, please be in mute, please guys. Okay, it comes under the cloud computing. Other premises means AWS is a provider actually. Yes, AWS is the cloud provider. So what they are doing, they have a data centers. They have hosted all required services. It is the application services, as well it is the software services and infrastructure services and other. There are a lot of software services are there. There are a lot of platform services are there, as well infrastructure services are there. It is already hosted. And Amazon used to say, I have a platform, you come and utilize. Why you are going and sitting into your on premises, whatever the issue happen, why you are taking care of that? Yes, if it is on premises, Any kind of issue, I need to take care. Hardware level, data center level, whatever is happening, I need to take care of the entire infrastructure. Then top of that, whatever the services, that also have to be taken care. That too, the data center management is not an easy job actually. We need a lot of human resources as well raw hardware resources. Think about like banking sectors or Flipkart kind of organization, Big Basket, or there are a lot of products are there. They will be having lack of servers. They will be running lack of servers. Why lack of servers means in external applications, internal applications, databases, their analytic softwares, big data operations. So everything have to run. So when we are going to run all these operations, the server count will increase. That too, by using one server and all, we can't run an application. We need multiple application servers. Flipkart and all, per minute, we can see lack of users are connecting to the Flipkart application. They are doing the operations. That means you are an end user. I am an end user for Flipkart. What I will do? I will go to the Flipkart application. I will purchase the products or I will inquire about the products. So lack of users going to come into the application. What is happening here? Huge load will be generated. So those kind of load by using one server and all, we can't manage. So for that, what we'll do, we will place multiple servers, but same set of application is going to run. Let's say 100 server is there. Same set of application with 100 server. Then what will happen? Each and every server will have a different IPs. And each and every server we can run with the same domain name. For that, what we will do, we will bring one load balancer concept. End user will connect to the load balancer. Load balancer will distribute the connections to the backend servers. This is going to happen. So you're like different applications will be there. For example, in Flipkart, from the Flipkart UI, what you are seeing, okay, whatever the category you see, it is a individual applications. Each and every category have its own load balancers, its own backend servers. All are microservices actually. All are. I'll come to that concept and all. Okay. So before starting the DevOps, we'll be learning about the microservices, that how microservices architecture have to be deployed and all. Okay. So it is a very big project actually. Flipkart and all, for us, it looks like a single application, but in a backend, it is a very big project because I work for the Flipkart. Okay. So nearly 1,87,000 in that time itself. That is the resource count. Their resource count. Think that. For that, how much big monitoring team will be there? How much big management will be there? Yes or no? Okay. So now what Flipkart is managing their platform by their own. Flipkart is managing their platform by their own. But every company can't do that. Some company can do that, but every company can't do that because expensive. Flipkart, they get that much of money, so they are running. But mid-level business companies, small level business companies, even nowadays, big banking sectors coming into the cloud platform. We have seen. Okay, Wells Fargo, their web applications running on a cloud platform. It is one of the investor banking. Even JP Morgan, they are into the cloud. Yes, they are all investor banking. Investor banking itself, they are coming into the cloud platform. Then step by step, what will happen? All other cloud, like all other infrastructure will come into the cloud platform because they have proven that they are very secure. Clouds. Yeah, like banking sectors will hesitate to switch from one infra to other infra. Others easily they can switch. Banking will think about why I want to go, what about my data, what about the security. Everything will be, bank sector will be thinking about that. Okay. But nowadays banking sector itself going into the cloud means all other infra. Okay. They are getting to know that there is a benefit. So all other infra will come into the cloud. So that is the reason cloud is booming like anything. Cloud is booming like anything. Nowadays you can see mostly anywhere you are seeing that hardware maintenance engineer is required. There is no profiles. Nowadays there is no profile in Naukri itself. Okay. We never seen hardware platform and all. So we are managing nearly 27 accounts in that very less physical data centers. I think some 3 or 4 they are using the physical, that too for some specific purpose they are using the physical. Some of their applications they can't run in the virtual platforms, so still they are holding over there. Remaining all we hosted in the, we migrated everything into the cloud. Okay, we migrated everything into the cloud. So every organization they are moving into the cloud. That is one of the very big advantage. Okay, so when it is coming into the cloud computing, it is on demand delivery of IT resources, which storage, compute power, network, other software services, platform services, everything over the internet. That too, how much utilization we used to do, we will be paying for that over the internet. Over the internet. Okay, that means over the internet means don't go to that cloud means something it is going to be in air, because I have heard these kind of answers and all. Okay, okay, data where it will be in air. It was not like that. It is a traditional data center only. The thing is, we are not managing, someone is managing that. So AWS is a cloud provider, Azure is the cloud provider, GCP is the cloud provider. There are a lot of cloud providers are there. Alibaba is there, Entity Cloud is there, IBM Cloud is there, Oracle Cloud is there, DigitalOcean, Rackspace, like that variety of cloud platforms are available. Okay, so like major player, when we are coming into the cloud, who's the major player? So everyone know. Even nowadays, school students also saying that, yes, I have taken on for the year they are calling it as a college. Okay, so PUC second year, we went to them and we have taken on lecture. Already they know what is cloud. Already they are having understanding that what is cloud platform, because there is a paper for them. Okay, so everyone know that AWS is the major player over here. So we are going to learn about the AWS. Okay, we are going to learn about the AWS. So what is the content we are going to learn means, which is importantly needed for the DevOps we are going to learn. Everything will be covered almost, whatever is there in a solution architect associate, everything will come into the DevOps also. What is there in a solution architect? Everything is required because infra is required. Solution architect associate says that how to provision and manage the infrastructure services. Yes, solution architect course is saying that how to provision and manage the infrastructure as a service. So everything we are going to learn. Type of clouds. What is the type of cloud? Public, private, and hybrid cloud is there. Type of cloud services. There are a platform service. There are a software service. There are a infrastructure as a service. So what is the difference between these? What all the software services are available? Okay, we will be focusing on a infra because we need a infra. If I want to work with DevOps, if I want to work with Linux operations, if I want to host my application, if I want to manage, what is required here? We need to know what is the infrastructure as a service. So we will be focusing on an infrastructure. So mainly we are going to focus on a solution architect associate. Yes, you can crack solution architect exam also. Yes, you can crack the not only cloud protection, you can crack the solution architect exam also, because almost everything will be covered. In a solution architect, what all the topics we used to see, everything will be covered over here. Okay. Okay. What all the topics we are going to look into? Yes. Introduction to the cloud computing and virtualization. User role management using identity and access management service. Server provisioning using EC2 and Elastic IP for static public IPs. Lambda service for serverless app hosting. Custom image build using image creator. Storage service, EBS, EFS, S3 object storages, RDS provisioning for database needs, SNS for notification purpose, overview on a SQS, SWF for application need. Okay, so this SQS is simple queue service. In application level, we will use a queue services because nowadays end user count is high. Users are continuously product orders are placed. So our application or our database can't handle those many requests. So what we'll do, we will keep on queue service. We will manage that request. Later on, we will be writing that data into the databases. That is how we are managing workflow services. Older days and all, this workflow is integrated with the application itself. But nowadays, how we are managing means individual. It is running as an individual service. The workflow will be running in an individual service. So we are not overloading our application. What does the workflow means? It is very simple. In Flipkart, you will go to the buy product. Then whatever the flow you are following. Yes, that is the workflow. If you are choosing the internet banking, different workflow will happen. If you are choosing the UPI payment, different workflow will happen. If you are going for the cash on delivery, different workflow will happen. So those sequence are written. That is running on an individual service instead of integrating with the application itself. Because if you are integrating those things also with application, what is happening? There also load will be get created. Like simply for doing some Excel work itself, our laptops are getting high loaded. Yes or no? Even our laptops are getting highly loaded, right? Think about the application end users, thousands, lakh of end users. So to avoid that only, this queue services, workflow services, notification services, everything will be utilized. Then we will be looking into the load balancer service. So in a load balancer, we will be looking into the classic app and network. Okay, three type of load balancers we are going to look into. Auto scaling. It is one of the important concept we can say. Auto scaling. Okay, so that is horizontal scaling method. In current application world, this auto scaling integration with load balancers are very trending because cost effective. When server requirement is there, scale it up. When there is no requirement, scale down. Okay, so that is how it is very cost effective. So auto scaling is one of the important topic. So we will be looking that too. We will be looking with integrating with the load balancer. Okay, so these kind of content and all you won't get anywhere. Even in YouTube also you can search, you won't get it. Okay, so VPC network configurations. Okay, public and private network, firewall configuration, ACL configurations. Firewall is for the security, ACL is for controlling the traffic, who have to come in, which network have to be denied. Okay, so whenever there is a threat, yes, network threat is there, hackers, network threat is there. Even some people, if they won't like any organization, they will do the ping attack, DDoS attack, right? So to control those things and all, ACLs are very important. Firewall is port and protocol how to manage. Okay, Route 53 configuration we are going to look into, and we are going to purchase the domain. The global domain we will be purchasing, and we will be configuring the Route 53 configurations. Okay, then even we are going to look into how to configure and manage the high availability for our applications using the Route 53 concept. And we will be looking into some theory part, that is cloud direct connections. Okay, Amazon have some feature migration purpose. Mainly this direct connect and all is used for the migration purpose. So there are some migration tools, so we can discuss about that. Then CloudWatch for monitoring. There is different study for monitoring itself. SysOps courses available. In AWS, there is a course called SysOps. Here I'm going to give an idea how you are going to improve it. That is in your hand. Okay, so I have included CloudWatch. Some of the part we are going to like how to set up the dashboard, how to set up the notification using the CloudWatch. Whenever the resource utilization is high, how to send the notification to the email or to the mobile numbers and all we can see. And we are going to look into the CloudFront service also. We are going to look into the CloudFront. And when we are coming into the DevOps and cloud, okay, we will be looking into the cloud formation also. AWS cloud formation we are going to look into that and all. It is in a DevOps. Okay, so we will be discussing about AWS DevOps tools also. That is optional add-on tools. Okay, so DevOps means we have separate content. These add-ons on my own interest, what I'm doing, I'm teaching, because if you know about the cloud tools also, it will be added advantage for you. You can manage, like even if you are getting a project that you want to work in on-premise, like in a traditional way, or in a cloud also, tools are available. DevOps tools are there: code build, code pipeline, code deploy, code commit. Okay, like that, code deployment tool, everything is available. So by using that, what we are doing in our DevOps, that can be done through there also. Okay, so that also, it is going to be add on. Okay, these are all the tools we are going to look into the AWS. Okay, in the AWS cloud. Okay, so now post that, post understanding about the, so some messages there. 1 minute, guys. Okay. Okay, post understanding about the operations. Okay, post understanding about the operations, then we will jump into the actual DevOps. Already we know the operations now. Half of the job is done for us. Already we know the operation, that how to manage the Linux also we know, how to manage the infrastructure also we know. Half of the job is done here, right? Then what we are going to do, we are going to learn about the DevOps automation. What need to be done, we will be learning. Okay, what is that? So what is DevOps? It is a set of practice, or it is one of the combination of tools, we can say. Different theories given for DevOps. Okay, so actually set of practice that combines software development and IT operations. IT operation is what we have seen: Linux and infrastructure management, web services, deployment, everything is the IT operations. Okay, so now, like combination of dev means development part. In a development, we are going to grab some work and we are going to do it. We are going to make developer, okay guys, you focus on only development, you don't come for this other operations. Your focus is on only development, remaining part I will take care. So that is the job of DevOps engineer. Okay, what we are going to do here, so it's aimed to shorten the system development lifecycle and provide continuous delivery with high software quality. Okay, this already I told. DevOps is complementary with agile software development. Several DevOps aspects came from agile methodology. So that is the reason I told DevOps is nothing but the concepts is from agile only. The concept is from agile only. Okay, so when agile is proposed means it is proposed on 2000 itself. But when it get famous, that is the important thing. Okay, DevOps when it is proposed means in 2009 itself. When it is proposed means what? Okay, we can bring this kind of operations into the IT. That is about the proposal. Okay, so agile and all, it is proposed on a 2000 itself, and DevOps is proposed on a 2009 itself. But when it get famous, agile, if you see 2012, in that time only it is get like step by step it boomed up. DevOps, if I want to say 2017, in the time of 2017 only it boomed up actually. So it taken longer time, because now IT, if any new technology is coming, immediately it won't boom up. Even AWS when it is boomed up in 2013-14 only it boomed up. But when it came into the market in 2006, it came into the market. Yes, any technology which come into the IT, immediately it is not going to boom up. So first test will happen. Some companies, there are communities, they will test it, how secure it is, how efficient it is. Simply we can't go into some technology and we can't opt it. There are multiple tools came into the market, but some of the tools will get success. Some of the tools will get success. So it taken longer time to get succeed. Okay. So DevOps, okay. DevOps is the union of people, process, and technology to continuously provide value to the customer. Very important thing is what is the focus on a DevOps means we need to give a value to the customers and end users. Yes. Then you can ask. So before DevOps, we are not giving value to the customer. We are giving, okay. But there is some gap. We were facing some gap. Development to operation, there is a huge gap. There is a like we can say communication gap. Between the customer also there is a communication gap. We are not able to fulfill the customer's requirement in the right time actually. So older days and all, if you think, okay, if one project is started means nearly it will take 2 years to complete the project, even the smallest project also. Okay, but nowadays what is happening? Parallelly, everything is working nowadays. Okay, due to the DevOps. Parallelly, like one module is created. Okay, you take it, put into the test. The next module already it is in a development. So this module, when it is in a test phase, if any issue is there, one developer group will take care of the issue. One group will go for the development, the new module development. And when it is ready, this will also go for the test. When the second module is going to the test, in that time, the first module will be in a production. Yes, if it is not going to the production also, it will go for the acceptance. Customer will be reviewing that. Okay, when second module is coming into the customer acceptance, the first module will be in a production. Very good example, take Big Basket. Big Basket, everyone know about the Big Basket. So when they came into the market, how many products they had? Only vegetables. They came up with the vegetables. That is the only model they had. Now, if you go to the Big Basket, what all there? Groceries they are selling, meat they are selling. Even next, they are coming. They are coming as a Flipkart. Yes, they are coming as a Flipkart. Nowadays, most of the things are available in Big Basket also. Initially, when they have started, that is the only focus. That is the module. Okay, first we will come with the like vegetables. Then groceries, then not grocery, then meat they came. Then they came up with the groceries also. In a grocery itself, minimum things are there. Now every groceries are there. They split it into multiple category now. So like that, DevOps is working here. Even that project also in a DevOps. When I am working in IBM, we used to work for the Big Basket project also. When vegetable section was happening, we were a DevOps team who used to build and deploy that application. Okay. Okay. So DevOps is the combination of culture, we can say philosophy, practice, and tools that increase an organization's ability to deliver applications and services at a high velocity. High velocity means even though you can have 10 projects, you can give a high quality that with high velocity. What is velocity? More numbers, right? Even though if you like previous days and all, if one project, one management team, it is not possible to deliver 3-4 projects in a simultaneous manner. But now it is happening actually. Under the one management, we able to deliver multiple projects. Okay, that is the capability of DevOps. Okay, for that and all, we have different so like phases, Scrum, everything will happen. We have different phases and Scrum. Different Scrum teams will be there. In a project itself, will be like project name will be one. In that different Scrum team will be there. One Scrum team will be working for one type of project. One Scrum team will be working for other type of project. But one DevOps team. Yes, this is the advantage of DevOps. Okay, so like when it is coming into the DevOps,
build, test, release, monitor, plan, build, test, the release, monitor, right? Planning, developing, building it, testing it, delivering it, monitoring it. Again, if any requirement is there, again plan it. It will be in a cycle actually, up to end, up to delivering that product. Okay, end to end product is delivered. Up to that, this life cycle will be running. This life cycle is going to run. Okay. Okay, who is a DevOps engineer? A DevOps engineer, somebody who can understand the software development lifecycle and has the outright understanding of various automation tools for developing digital pipelines. What is that? Who can create a digital pipeline? They are going to be a DevOps engineer. It's nothing but CI/CD. Yes, CI/CD. Okay, CI continuous integration, CD continuous deployment. CD have two part: continuous deployment, continuous delivery also. What is delivery? Delivering the product to the end users. Okay, that means customers, whatever. To the customer. Okay. Okay. DevOps engineer work with developers and the IT staff to oversees the code releases. Very important thing is this is the main focus. Code releases. Release job it is. So if I want to release the code, what I need to do? I need to make it as a software. Developer job is development. Operational guy's job is maintenance. In between that, the code directly we can't release that code. If I'm giving the WhatsApp as a code, whether you can utilize that? No. Then what we need to do? As a DevOps engineer, we need to make it as a executable in a different platform. You can be in a mobile application development area. A DevOps engineer, you may be in a mobile application development area, maybe web application development area, maybe Android or iOS, I'm telling, or web applications or local installers you will be. Okay, then enterprise applications. There are different type of applications will be developed. So in many areas you will be working. Okay, so the below point is not right. Nowadays, like freshers also working as a DevOps engineers. Previous days only it is like only infra guys or who knows about automation, they can come and work in the DevOps because the technology is new. If they are already it is new, even though there is no expertise, what will happen if they are hiring this fresher? They can't train them. But nowadays, what is happening? Already experts are there. Okay, experts are available. What they can do, they can train the freshers. So nowadays, what is happening? Even freshers also hired for the DevOps. Yes, you went as a fresher, right? So lot of openings are there. Okay. Okay. So we can see like next 20 years, okay, DevOps will be in a booming stage only. Why I'm saying 20 years means, okay, after 20 years, we don't know, mean some new theory can come in, okay, but next 20 years, nowadays what they are doing means from the monolithical architecture, every organization, they are migrating their application into microservices, okay. Previously, they were using a monolithical architecture, but now what they are doing, they are migrating into the microservices. Okay, this is one part. As well, new developments also coming here. New developments also coming. Here also DevOps is needed. Here also DevOps is needed. Okay. This transaction, any technology, the transaction will take nearly 25 years. VMware, it was dominating for 25 years. Now cloud came. Next 25 years, cloud will dominate. After that, we don't know. We can't predict. Actually, we can predict the geopolitics, but we can't predict the technology world. See, like we thought that Docker is the top level, but to overcome the Docker, what happened? Kubernetes management came. Okay. May tomorrow some new technology will come. Yes, to manage the Kubernetes also now tool is there. OpenShift. Right? To manage the Kubernetes, if your Kubernetes infrastructure is big, to manage that, OpenShift is there. We are using, actually. We are using to manage the Kubernetes infrastructures and all. What we are doing? We are using the OpenShift technology like that. Okay. We can't predict anything, but this DevOps theory, for sure, it will be at least 15 years will be there. Next 15 years, it will be in a top only. Now only it is started. Now only everyone, like every application transactions, things and all architects, main thing why DevOps into the market means it is due to the architectural transaction from monolithical architecture to microservices. Okay, that is the reason DevOps into the market. Otherwise, if it is a monolithical architecture, we already add a waterfall methodology. No need of agile methodology and all. But now what is happening? We are migrating everything into the microservices due to its performance. Older days and all, people are having good patience. What they will do? Okay, we can work slowly. But now what we are thinking, even in mobile also, Facebook is not responding. You will get like something panic and all, right? Maximum people are happening. Yes, Facebook is Insta. One day Insta is not working means what is happening? Some people and all will get something panic and all. Okay. So in that kind of technology world, we need a performance. Every organization, they are looking for performance. Think Flipkart is not responding properly. Whether you will use the Flipkart application? No. Right? So we need a performance. So next 20 years, we can work with the DevOps technology. With DevOps, if you know the automation, up to your career, you can complete. With DevOps, if you know the automations, it's more than enough. Okay. So as I said, when this agile methodology into the market means, yes, it is into the market at 2000. Before that, what all the tools were there means Scrum. Even now also we are using Scrum, but it is for the schedule purpose. Scrum is used for the schedule purpose. Rapid application development theory came into the market. Then extreme programming, DSDM, future driven development and programmatic programming, like that different theory came into the market in between these times, 1990, 2000. But everything failed. Now Scrum, one of the parts Scrum we are using only for the schedule purpose. Scrum teams will be created, schedule will be created. In that Scrum, multiple phases will be coming into the picture. Then what happened? Finally, in the early 2000, Agile was proposed. While Agile took off in the earlier 2000, the Agile manifest pick up new stem in the 2010. So, as I said, so 2010, but when it get into peak means 2012, 13, in that period only it get into the peak. Okay. DevOps concept was discussed in 2009 itself. Okay, in 2009 itself, it is discussed. That means proposed. Then in 2012, introduced in 2012, and it took off from 2014. From 2017 only, it is in a boom. From 2017 only, it is in a boom, actually. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Before understanding about Agile methodology, because DevOps says about Agile says about DevOps. DevOps says about Agile. When you go and read in Agile also, the concept called DevOps, same thing will be there. When you are reading the DevOps also, same thing will be there, which is in a Agile. Okay. There is no big difference and all. Before that, we need to understand what is waterfall methodology. That also says same only. Same thing only. There is no big difference in waterfall methodology and agile methodology. But a single difference or a small difference is, so here, when you're going for the waterfall methodology, you can't break anything. Top to bottom, you need to go in a structured way. That means first take the requirement. Entire requirement have to be taken. Then discovering is about taking the requirement. Then it have to put into the design phase. Design phase means architecting. Then coding, development. Then it will go for the test. Then it is about the deployment. Finally, it will come to the maintenance. This will happen in a structured way. You can't break it because the theory says like that only. Take the requirement, go for the architecting, then go for the coding, then put into the deployment. In a deployment phase only, developer will actually customer will know that what all the things are developed, how UI looks, how like entire product is already developed. Now customer will come and say, what is this? I didn't expect the kind of application in this form. I was expecting in different form. Then entire code have to be modified. So that is the reason in older days, this development lifecycle used to take longer time actually. It used to take longer time. Then what happened means, okay, this waterfall methodology, there is a huge gap. So what have to be done? So they were thinking, then Agile, when Agile is proposed, they told that go with sprint. Don't take entire requirement. Phase wise. The requirements have to be phase wise. First phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase, fifth phase. Like that, phase wise, the requirement have to be taken. Okay. In a first phase, let's say the UI have to be developed. Okay. First phase is done. The UI will be deployed. Customer will be reviewing the UI. Meanwhile, the second phase will be into the development. As I said before, I told phase wise we will be taking the requirement and we will be putting into the development. First phase will go to the test and acceptance. Meanwhile, second phase already ready. So there will be one of the developer group who used to look into the first phase issues. It will be fixed. It will be put into the acceptance. Like that, simultaneously, everyone will be working. See here in a more like waterfall methodology, when development is happening, the requirement team will be free, architect team will be free, below testing team will be free, operation team will be free. Yes. Post coding, developer will be free. Up to this test is happening, again taking the requirement, developer will be free. Here huge gap was there, but we are not able to utilize the resources properly. But when we are coming into this agile methodology, it is in a phase wise. The first phase UI, one set of UI. Within some specific target will be there. That is called as a scrum. There will be a task. Task will have a time limit. Task will have a time limit. Within that time limit, it have to be completed. It have to go to the next phase. Like that, we will be having a time limit. Then what we'll do? Fastly be able to deliver it. Products able to deliver it. When we are taking the requirement, when project is coming, even customer will come with the agile proposal only. Nowadays, customer also know. Okay, agile is best. Agile proposal will be coming. Okay, and they will split it. This is the first requirement. As I said, big basket. Their first requirement is only vegetables. It is developed and it is deployed. Then only backend, the second operation is happening. That is developed and it is integrated with the application and it is also deployed. Then third requirement is taken, groceries. It is integrated and it is deployed. Yes, that is how nowadays the phases are working, the sprints are working. Agile is a process used to manage complex projects. Mainly why Agile means complex. Flipkart and all very big complex project. Amazon, very big complex project. Yes or no? Investment banking or banking sector projects and all. If you go to the state bank, how many services are there? Yes or no? If you go to the State Bank, if you take the State Bank services, how many loans are there? How many services there? How many type of deposit methods are there? There's a huge application is very huge, complex projects. Daily, some new features are getting added. Yes or no? Regularly, not only about the development, feature update also will be there. Take the application which is WhatsApp. What is happening there? Regularly, you are getting an update. Maybe it is a bug fix. Customers are using, they are reporting the issues, then bug fix will be coming. That is also a agile proposal only. Continuously, not only about the development, guys, you have to do the like bug fix also. If any vulnerability is there, that also have to be fixed, and updates have to be given to the existing applications. That is one part. The next part, new features also have to be added. When you are starting using the WhatsApp, minimal features were there. Then what happened? Some messaging itself, some changes are happened. Some bug fix and all is done. Then nowadays payment also available. Now recently they given some new feature, I think. Something they told. Okay. So like that, what they are doing? Feature wise update, bug fix, vulnerabilities fixing, like that continuously. Backend other operations also will happen. Meanwhile, a new development also will happen. Okay. So DevOps follow an agile methodology that is used to implement continuous integration and delivery. That again and again, same thing we will be discussing. Okay. Okay. While agile is a process used to manage complex project, DevOps is the concept to manage end-to-end engineering process. What is this engineering process? From Linux to operation, deployment, taking care of infra, everything. This DevOps involved in everywhere. Once you are coming into the automation, you will be involved in everywhere. Okay. Okay. As I said, we can split our DevOps into two parts, during and after the architectural transaction. Okay. Mainly why DevOps into the market means when microservices into the market, then DevOps boomed up. Monolithical architecture, how it will be means UI, business logic, data, access layer, and databases will be there. It is a one set of application. But when you are coming into the microservices, what happened? The same application is divided into multiple application in backend, multiple database services will be running. Okay, your application is divided into multiple parts. So even big basket project, you are seeing one UI, that is the centralized dashboard. From that, when you are selecting groceries, it will go to the different application. That is a microservice. So how this connectivity is happening means through the API, it will happen. Application, program, interface. So communications, okay. So the network protocol layers and all is available. So from one UI to other UIs, the connectivity will be created. The connectivity will be created, okay. That APIs and all that application problem, that is not our problem, okay. So our work is creating and deploying, right port is running or not, identifying and fixing it, okay. That is the thing we are going to do. This integrating and things and all will be taken care by the app engineers. Clear guys? Okay. So main reason why DevOps is booming up means it is about architectural transaction only. Okay, DevOps career roadmap. Operating system. It starts from operating system. The DevOps engineer should have knowledge on the operating system, scripting, then source code management, CI/CD, configuration management, infra monitoring. So in these areas, you should have a knowledge. What are the areas? So operating system, Linux or Windows, we are going to learn Linux. Scripting, we'll be learning about the shell scripting. Source code management, we are going to learn about Git and GitHub. Then configuration management Ansible is there, Puppet is there, Chef is there. Nowadays, Ansible is the only option because Puppet, Chef and all almost it is dying. Okay. So Ansible is the most famous configuration management tool. Infra, it can be a cloud, VMware or anything. We are going to learn about the cloud infrastructure. Yes. CI/CD, I forgot to tell about CI/CD. In a CI/CD, what all there? Jenkins is there. Maven, we are going to learn. Nexus, we are going to learn. Okay, so these are all the tools we are going to learn. Then, like in infra part, one more thing we are going to learn, that is Docker containerization and Kubernetes we will be learning. Okay, then what is there? Monitoring. So we are going to learn about the Prometheus and Grafana monitoring. Prometheus and Grafana. Nowadays, mostly it is used, not other tools and all. These Nagios and all, it is very old tool. Okay, so what we are going to learn? Prometheus and Grafana. That is tool actually. Okay, in current market, it is in trending actually. Grafana is for UI purpose. Prometheus is for collecting the information purpose. Okay, so integration and all. Okay, we can learn. So this is the roadmap. Coding. We are not going to do any coding. Scripting we are going to, automation we are going to do. Yeah, it is more than enough. Yes, we are going to learn about shell scripting. If you want to learn about Python also, you can learn Python. It is more than enough. It is more than enough. More than enough. Actually, you should have understanding. Because why we used to say you should have understanding means, while errors are getting thrown, you need to know whether it is an application error or whether it is a your side error. That understanding how it will be coming means by the scripting only it will come. Okay, while seeing the error itself, you can say, okay, this have to be taken care by developer, or this have to be taken care by application team. Okay, that kind of knowledge purpose. So this is the career roadmap. Okay, so in that we are going to learn about Linux, shell scripting, Git and GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Nexus, SonarQube. Okay, something I have missed here. SonarQube we are going to learn, and Ansible we are going to learn, and cloud, that is we are going to learn about the AWS cloud. Okay, then we'll be learning about Docker and then Kubernetes operations. Monitoring level, when we are coming, we'll be learning about Prometheus and Grafana. Okay, so these are all the operations we are going to learn. And finally, end-to-end project also I'll show. Okay, we have sample application. Initial stages, we will use very basic application because we need to do the changes and all. We need to do the changes and all because we are not a developer. If we are taking the real-time applications, what will happen? On big application, if you are going to take, what will happen? If you are doing a small mistake, application won't work, right? So basic applications we will be picking and we will be changing, deploying, all kind of stuff we will be doing. Finally, one project with some capstone project I'll show. Okay, so capstone project means don't think that it is one of the application. Capstone is nothing but end-to-end project service, right? So that I'll show. Clear, guys? What we are going to do, is it clear? What is the purpose DevOps? Is it clear? Why we are going to use a DevOps? What is the purpose of Linux and infrastructure is required for DevOps? Because these are all the tools we need to deploy and we need to manage it. If we need to do that, you need an infra, you need a Linux knowledge also, because all the tools what we are going to deploy, it will deployed on a infrastructure only with Linux help. Okay. Then one more thing, like finally we will be looking into the AWS DevOps also. Like 2 hours class, we'll be looking into the AWS DevOps, that what all the tools means. We'll be looking into the code commit, which is equivalent to Git and GitHub. Okay. Code build, which is equivalent to Maven tool. Okay. Code artifactory, which is equivalent to Nexus. Then code deploy, which is equivalent to, where is the tool? Ansible. Okay. Then code pipeline, which is equivalent to the Jenkins. Okay. So that also I'll be teaching. Okay. So post that, what do you need to do? You need to do multiple works continuously. You need to do practice. Then only what you can do means you can become as a good DevOps engineer. Simply what I am teaching. Yes, sir is teaching. So, okay, video is available. So when interview is coming, I'll be looking into the video, and if I am going, for sure, like my responsibility is teaching about the tools and services, right? Apart from that, how much hard work you are going to do, that is very important. Even though you are a fresher or you are working in the technology or different technology, without practice, nothing is possible. Importantly, we need to do the practice. Clear, guys? So over connected and online, is it clear, guys? Everyone?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
If you have any questions, let me know. So else we can end this section. So based on your confirmations and availability, so from tomorrow, or first we will start with AWS, because we need an infra. If I want to host the Linux also, what is required? Infra is required, right? If I want to host the Linux servers also, what is required here? Infra. First we can understand about the infra. Then in that Linux, in that we will be going into the Linux. Clear? Clear, guys? Okay. Any other questions, guys? So we're connected and online. Any questions?
Sir, I have a one doubt, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Aditya.
Sir, my I'm studied in 10th enter and Gate Minister all the private certificates open university, sir.
No. Your
Eh,
voice is breaking. Actually, Aditya,
Okay.
can you ping your query so I'll be answering?
Okay. Well, I am studied in the open university, sir, 10th and enter degree.
Open University. Okay.
Yeah. I am eligible for this job, sir.
Yeah. Like some companies, they won't hire. Some
Okay.
companies are hiring. Okay.
Okay.
Some, like initially you want to go for some like startup kind of companies, gain
Okay.
experience, then go to the, like, once you are experienced, where you have studied, what you have did, they are not going to consider those things and all. What experience you have, that is the matter. Okay. So initial
Okay.
stage, you want to start with that too. If you are going to start your career in a small startup companies, you will gain more knowledge. Actually, end to end you will be doing operations. If
Yes,
you're
sir.
going for the big companies, what will happen? You'll be into the specific task.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
even like start your career in a small companies where end-to-end engineering process, if you're going to do, it is good actually. At least like my career and all started like that only. Initial stages. So I, like when I was being in a Linux administrator, in that project, the Linux administrator have to take care of infrastructure. That means hardware's issues, whatever is coming, Linux, network components, network level issues, application. So everything have to be taken care by us. Okay, that is how we gain the knowledge. But salary and all don't ask. Okay, so it is
No,
in
sir.
that time and all, it is very low. Okay, so my career started from 5,000. Okay, nowadays we are getting good pay actually,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So
Yes.
in 2010, okay,
Wow.
so we get only 5,000. Okay, so which will be
On the time that 5,000 is there means it's sufficient
no,
for
not in
non-tech.
Bangalore actually. I was
Oh,
in Chennai actually.
then,
Then we came into this.
okay.
After that, like 2 years we wasted over there. We were knowing, like we were not knowing about what is the outside market. But once we get good experience, knowledge and all, when we came into the Bangalore, directly we get very good pay actually.
Yes, sir.
So that is it. Like knowledge is very important. Like how much knowledge you are going to gain, you will be having a value.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are a
Okay.
product actually. One thing you remember, you are the product. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The product have to sell itself.
Yes,
In
sir.
this IT market, you are the product and the product itself have to sell yourself. That
Yes,
means
sir.
when you are going for the interview, you need to
Perform.
prove how much value you have, as well you need to sell. That means bargain
Yes,
with
sir.
the interviewer that how much you need also. So you are going to sell yourself. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Any other question from any other? Okay, I hope everyone is good. Okay, so we can if they are confirming from tomorrow we can start, or I think New Year celebration and all is there. Okay, so think about it, and like when you are saying, like we'll be starting. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Whoever connected and online. Srinivas, are you there? Who is available from SAC Technologies?